Why do women have to lose their boobs in their butt? Can't you just let me have that? I'm doing a good thing here. Just let me keep my boobs. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. Hey guys. I know it's been a long time. It's been... So I uploaded that on August 30th. So it's almost been exactly a month. In 2 days it'll be a month since I posted that video. But I am officially 2 months and 8 days post-op. VSG. I know a lot of people say their stats in their videos. Or not their stats, but like where they went. So I had surgery through Atlanta Bariatrics. My surgeon was Dr. William Johnson. And I had my surgery at Emory Johns Creek. In Johns Creek, Georgia. So yeah. I know I didn't even really... I don't even think I touched on really the day of surgery in that last video. I've had some other videos recorded that I just haven't finished editing, and I haven't put out a video because I ran out of storage on my laptop. So I had to get this well, it's attached. You guys are sitting on top of my laptop right now as I'm sitting in bed because I don't have a good place to film at the moment. I'm gonna figure that out, hopefully. Maybe get some better lighting, but this, it's attached, but it's a external hard drive because I ran out of space. So yeah, so I got that, so now I can finally start editing again. But yeah, so I had my surgery on August 20th, 2018. I went in at like 5 or 6 in the morning, and I went home the same day. So they did it as an outpatient procedure. I was happy to go home the same day, honestly. Going into it, I thought that I would want to stay at least a night there. I was like, if I'm paying all this money to go and have this surgery, I want to make sure that I soak it all in. I want the nurses, I want all the ice chips, I want... What else do hospitals have that's nice? I don't even know. Anyway, but then when they rolled me out of that surgery, I was like, y'all better get me out of here because I don't want to be in here anymore. I want to get up and walk. Let me get up and walk so I can get out of here. And so my nurse was very nice, but honestly I don't think they should have let me go home because I was nauseous. I honestly had no other complications other than nausea. So also, this lipstick looks like it's black, but it's not. It's what did I do with it? Well, I don't know what I did with it, but it's that one Anastasia one. It's called like Naughty or Not, N-O-T-T-E. I'll put the name of it up on the screen. Focus. So the day of surgery, I think the surgery only took like an hour and a half, and then I think they leave you in recovery for like an hour. I honestly didn't ask those questions when I came out of surgery. My best friend and her boyfriend were there, and then my mom showed up later. My friend took me there. Shout out to Kayla, you the best girl. She drove me there and stayed with me so my mom could get there. Anyway, so yeah, so when they wheeled me out, I remember laying, it wasn't like they didn't give me a hospital room because they like knew that I probably wasn't staying the night. So it was just like these little like not cubbies, but like little rooms, but it was just like a curtain and there was like no door. So and there was like barely any room. There was like the big hospital bed I was in, and then like a chair on the side. Like honestly, I'm on my queen size bed. Like the room was probably the size of this bed, maybe just like a little bit wider, but I don't think it was much longer than that either. So it was very small. So I remember coming back out and laying there, and it wasn't necessarily pain. I don't think it was ever really painful. There was just a lot of gas, and I remember feeling the gas, and I like saw my mom and I was like, I want to get up, I want to walk. And so the nurse came in and she was like, okay, we can get you up and walking. And then but first she came and put like one of those little nausea patches behind my ear. That didn't do anything. And then she came in and she gave me like a little cup of like, I don't know, maybe nausea medication. I don't remember what it was. They gave it to me. And so the nurse did whatever. I was like in and out of sleep the whole time. I really don't remember that much. But I remember at one point I really had only been out of surgery for like a couple hours maybe. I was like, I want to get up and walk. And so the nurse, I stood up and I immediately was like I needed to throw up. And so I was super nauseous and I was like, there's nothing in my stomach because, you know, I hadn't eaten for 24 hours before then, and then I was like on the liquid diet. It's not technically liquid, but like it was mostly liquids. And so I had like nothing in there. And so I had just had my stomach cut open, just got it stapled shut, and then I started throwing up. So that was not fun. I thought it was gonna be more painful than it was, but it really wasn't painful per se. It was just very uncomfortable. And I was still kind of like doped up, so I was like, and the lady was like, let me go get you a bag or a bucket or something to throw up in. And I was like, I'm just gonna walk myself over to this bathroom over here. And so I like walked over there, and she was taking forever to get whatever she was trying to give me. So I just went in there, threw up. I probably threw up more than 5 times after coming out of surgery. But like I honestly only did like a small loop around, maybe twice. People are like, yeah, I had to get my walking in. I walked like a mile a day and I made like 20 laps around my end of the hall. Like, girl, I didn't even make it to half a mile, probably not even 0.25. No, I barely walked. And I could feel the gas pain, but I was just like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go home. And so they discharged me and they wheeled me out in the wheelchair to my car. And the seatbelt didn't bother me. I know a lot of people are like, bring a stuffed animal to like put on your belly so that the seatbelt, you know, doesn't, you know, hurt you. And I was like, I just wanted to get home and get in bed. And so my mom drove me home, got in bed, threw up a lot more. They gave me nausea medication that they had called into my pharmacy, but it didn't work. And so anytime that I tried to like stand up, I would throw up. And I didn't have a problem holding liquids down really, but like if you're constantly throwing up, you're throwing up the liquids. It's not like, okay, that doesn't make sense really. It's not like me drinking something caused me to throw up. It was anytime that I stood up. And so we called my surgeon's office, and they were like, well, she needs to come back in so that we can give her an IV. And I was like, y'all are in Johns Creek, I live in Buford, it's like a 30-minute drive. I'm not getting in the car being this nauseous and going and having you give me an IV. Like, I'm not doing it. And so then one of the nurses called me in another prescription for a nausea medication. Honestly, I don't know what it was, but it helped. And so I probably was only nauseous really for like the day of surgery, maybe 1 or 2 days after. Then after that I was fine. And so I really didn't have any pain. I was almost sleeping on my stomach because I'm a stomach sleeper, and so it was very uncomfortable for me to try to sleep on my back. And so I would like wake up and I'd be on my side, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but it didn't hurt. I slept downstairs in my guest room because I didn't have the energy to get up and go up the stairs. But yeah, that whole process was fine. What else? I really didn't start feeling myself until like maybe the week after surgery, week and a half. I was up and doing things like running errands and was hanging out with a couple of my friends. And honestly, I'm one of the lucky ones. I have not had any problems. I have not had any complications. I have not even thrown up since surgery. And that was only because I guess anesthesia makes me nauseous, which I didn't know. But that was like, my nausea was a reaction to the anesthesia. So yeah, I haven't had any problems. I haven't had any problems with food. I've kept everything down. There are some foods that feel heavier than others. So like if I eat a really like dense meat, that will kind of not make me feel too great. Like it just feels like a rock like sitting in my stomach. And so I try to go for lighter things. Like if I'm gonna eat chicken, it's gonna be like, well, in the beginning it would be like pulled apart chicken, like, you know, like the kind of chicken that you put in chicken salad, or like, you know, or I would do softer meats like ground beef, ground turkey, sausage was easier for me to eat. Now I'm pretty okay. Like I'm on the go a lot. Like I'm always in the car, I'm always going somewhere, I'm always doing something. So my go-to is Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. They're really good, and that kind of hurt my stomach. It made me feel not necessarily nauseous. I guess my dumping, I don't know if it technically is dumping syndrome, but I've eaten some things where I probably shouldn't have eaten it at the time that I ate it. And so what would happen was I never threw up, but I would feel like, you know, if you have a really bad stomach ache and like you need to go to the bathroom like right that instant, like that type of feeling when you like break out in like a cold sweat and you feel like hot and you just feel like dying. That's kind of what it, sorry. Yeah, but like when you break out into a cold sweat and you're just like, feel like you can't move and you're just like, oh, this sucks. Like I feel like death. That's kind of what it feels like. What I've experienced, it's only been a handful of times, but I haven't thrown up. So I'm pretty happy about that because I hate throwing up. Still not a great feeling though, so. But with my program, I only had to do liquids for the first week, and then I graduated to soft foods, and I did that for 2 weeks, and then on the 4th week maybe I did liquids. Yeah, I did liquids the first week, and then I did soft foods for 3 weeks after, and then by week 5 I was cleared to eat whatever I wanted. So with my nutritionist plan, you know, you're supposed to focus on protein first, and then, you know, your vegetables and fruits or whatever, and then grains. So she gave me a list that I left at her office, my last appointment, but she gave me a list of like grains and stuff that I can have. And so on that list is like brown rice, like whole wheat bread and stuff, and you know, you're supposed to eat that in moderation, but a lot of people say that's not on their plan at all. But I can have quinoa and everything like that. So I have been basically eating whatever I want. I eat a lot of beans, so like I said, like I'm always in the car, and so if I have to do fast food, I'll do Chick-fil-A. Their grilled nuggets, I'll get like a fruit cup, and then I'll do grilled nuggets with a fruit cup. And then a lot of times I'll go to Taco Bell because they have like a perfectly portioned little thing of I think it's like called pintos and cheese. It's like their beans with cheese on top. I ate that, I tried that out when I was in the soft food stage, and it like went down really well. And so if I'm like in a bind, or I'm just feeling, you know, Mexican food, like I know Taco Bell is not the greatest quality Mexican food, but it's in like this little container, it's a good portion, I'll eat that. And then sometimes I'll get a side of like ground beef, and they do have rice, but their rice doesn't make me feel too hot. I tried it the other day and I probably won't do that again. But yeah, I basically eat whatever I want. Clearly I try to get in as much protein as I can. I'm supposed to do 60 to 80 grams of protein a day, and then 64 ounces of water. I think that's pretty basic for everyone. I think I eat about, I stopped counting my calories. Not that I don't count them, I stopped writing them down. I was logging all of it in MyFitnessPal, but so I stopped tracking my calories really. I know how many calories I'm eating. It's probably about anywhere from like 500 to 800 a day. I mean, I pay attention to my calories, but I'm not logging it anymore, which I probably should get back into doing because it keeps you more mindful of how many calories you're eating. And it's really easy to get in a lot of like slippery foods, so like foods that go down easy and like you can eat a large quantity of, so like cereal. You could you could eat a lot of them if you wanted to. I mean, not a ton, but like more than we're used to. So it's easy to forget how many you're actually eating, so it's good to track it. But then I've been drinking a lot of water. I thought I was gonna miss soda more than I do. I do miss it a little bit when I see other people drinking it. I'm like, I remember how much Coke I used to drink, and Coke is so good. But I'm scared that it's like gonna make me feel like my stomach's gonna explode, so like I'm not gonna even try that. But I wanted to drink, there's been things that like I thought weren't carbonated. Like for some reason I thought kombucha wasn't carbonated, but I took a sip and I was like, whoa. And it didn't really hurt my stomach. I just took like a tiny sip, but I'm just scared to go near carbonation. I've been drinking a lot of tea. I've been on Teamy Tea. Can y'all see this cute little tumbler? I put it in like a little tea bag because it comes in a loose leaf. But this cup is just super cool because it has like a little strainer thing, so you can put the loose leaf in there. And I'll take it to work, and it comes in like a bag, and so I'll put the like this unscrews, and you can put like, you only put a teaspoon in, you put a little scoop in there, and you can like put it back on. And I just make it when I get to work because we have like a hot water dispenser. But this has helped me because I don't know if you knew this, but after surgery it's very hard to go to the bathroom. So, and I'm one of those people that would like, I had like a sensitive stomach, and like anything would make me, you know, have to go to the bathroom, if you know what I'm saying. So it's very weird for me to have to like not even be able to go at all some days, and I'm just like, who am I? Like, that's TMI. But anyway, this has really helped me. I've been drinking the Skinny Tea. They're not sponsoring this video, but I do have a coupon code if you want it. I mean, these kinds of teas are a little bit pricey, but for me it's lasted a long time. I don't even know when I ordered it. I think it's been like at least a month. Yeah, so if you want to use the code Maddie10, that gives you 10% off your order. It doesn't expire. So yeah, you can use that whenever you want, but I'll put it on the screen and in the description below. I know that there's been a lot of celebrities using this. Everyone's been on a tea kick, and I really thought it was like a hoax. Here's the thing, it works, everyone's body works differently. So there's some people that are like, they'll show you like a side shot and they're like, ooh, look, I was bloated and then I drank this for a week and now my stomach is so flat you can see my kidneys. Like, that's not how it works, but it does help you. All I'm gonna say is, if you've had the surgery, you know it is hard to go to the bathroom. This has helped me immensely, and I know that you can do like laxatives and all that thing, those kinds of things, but I'd rather drink tea, get my fluids in, and have something natural instead of doing laxatives. That's all I'm gonna say, but it's up to you. So y'all can do whatever you want, but you know. Okay, let's get into the things that people actually care about. So like I said, let me tell you the actual day, to the day, how many days out from surgery I am. I am 69 days post-op VSG. So I have lost, I weighed myself at about 3 o'clock today, and I'd already eaten breakfast and lunch, and at that point I was down, let's see, I was down 45 pounds. So it might be a little bit more than that because I always weigh myself right when I wake up, so that number could be a little bit off, but you know, I'm still happy with 45 pounds. I did lose 10 pounds with the pre-op diet, and then since then I've lost an additional 35, so altogether it's been 45 pounds. And my doctor wants me to be losing like 12 to 15 pounds. I think that's what it is. I said it in my previous video. So per month. So I'm on track losing, you know, what I'm supposed to be losing. But I took my measurements. I wish I had taken my measurements the day before surgery, or like before I even started losing weight. So I don't have those measurements, but I have measurements that I took on September 12th. So that was like less than a month after surgery. So I'm going to read you those, and then I'm going to read you the measurements that I just took today. So a lot of the times it's really great to measure everything, because even if you don't see any movement on the scale, a lot of the times you're losing inches and you don't realize it. So that can help motivate you if you feel like you're hitting a stall. You're probably still losing inches. And if you're on any of the bariatric support groups, they all say that. So it's true though, girl, it's true. Okay, so my measurements from September 12th. My neck was 16 inches, my waist was 47 inches, my hips were 62 inches. That's bigger. I hope you guys realize this. 62 inches. This only goes up to 60. So I was just honestly estimating that like it was like to right here, so that's probably like another 2 inches. So anyway, my hips were 62 inches. My chest was 50 inches. My left arm was 17.5. My right arm was 17.5. My left thigh was 36.5. And then for some reason my right thigh was different. It was 37. My left calf was 23. My right calf was 23. So as of today, my neck is 15 inches. I've lost 1 inch. My waist was 44 inches. I've lost 3 inches off of my waist. My hips were 58 inches. I lost 4 inches off of my hips. My chest was 47 inches. I lost 3 inches on my chest. Moment of silence for the girls. They are quickly leaving me. That's like the one place that I don't want to lose any inches, you know what I'm saying? Because after this whole journey where I get to where I want to be, it's gonna look like some rocks and some tube socks, and I'm not excited for it because I'm only 22. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that because it makes me sad. So, another thing. Yeah, okay, chest, I lost 3 inches. My left arm, my left arm measured 16 inches. So I lost 1.5 inches. My right arm also 16 inches, lost 1.5 inches. My left thigh was 32.5 today, so I've lost 4 inches. Then my right thigh is 32 inches, so I've lost 5 inches. That's the most, 5 inches off of your thigh. That's quite a bit. I'm so surprised that like I'm losing it faster on my legs than anywhere else. So yeah, I've lost 5 inches on my right thigh. Then my left calf was 22.5, so I lost 0.5. My right calf was also 22.5, so I've only lost 0.5 on my calves. But I've always had bigger legs, and I've always had way bigger calves, so at least I lost something. But seriously, like, it's really cool to measure yourself, because 5 inches off of your thigh in a couple months, honestly, that's not even, that was like a month, because I measured that in September. So I don't know, that's really cool. Make sure you're measuring because it'll help you a lot. What else do people talk about? I think the hardest part about this whole thing is the mental part of it. Like, you have to be dedicated, and if you don't think that you're emotionally and mentally ready, don't do it yet. Because honestly, I wasn't where I needed to be 100%, because since surgery I've tried to eat things, like, I don't try to sit down and like eat like a chicken nugget meal from McDonald's, but like I know after I was like maybe a month out, my friend had some fried chicken and I was like, let me just take a bite and see, you know, if it really happens the way everyone says it happens, where like you throw up and you feel like you're gonna die. And so I took a bite and I was like, broke out in a cold sweat, and I was like, oh, I don't even. But honestly, for me, I'm so hard-headed that I think I needed to realize that I can't eat that way anymore, because my body doesn't like it. And so when I ate that and felt sick, it like turned me off from it. Like, I was like, I don't even want y'all fried chicken. I don't care if y'all got fried chicken. It makes me sick. I don't want to eat it. So for me, that was good. So I haven't tried to eat it since then. There's been a couple things that like made my stomach hurt that I didn't realize would do that. I'm drawing a blank now, but like I try to stay away from breads because they just don't sit well in my stomach, and I try to stay away from tortillas too. I will eat bread though, and it doesn't hurt my stomach per se, but it takes up room. It takes up more room than, you know, it should. So I don't really know what else to say in these kinds of videos. I'll post my stats, how much I've lost, how many inches I've lost, because those are the kinds of things that I like to watch in these videos. But just know, if you're struggling with the eating, if you're still on liquids or you're still on soft foods, it gets better. You'll get through it. It's okay. And then everything opens back up to you, and it's a lot easier than you think it will be to stay away from those bad foods, because I had a food addiction, and like, let me tell you, I thought it was gonna be so much harder than it is. But like, you just don't want it. And like, it's true, people say your taste buds change after surgery. They do. I took a sip of like juice the other day, and I was like there's so much sugar in it. And it's crazy that I like would drink like the whole flippin' pitcher of that before, but now it's just like, it's too much. And it's probably because I've been eating super clean for the past 2 months, and that really does like change your taste buds and like the things that you want to eat and your cravings and everything. But yeah, just know though, I still have cravings. They told me that would significantly decrease after surgery, and I guess it kind of has decreased, but I still see commercials on TV and it's like a big old cake, and I'm just like, Lord, why did you make me this way? Why can't I eat cake when I want to? Anyway, it's fine though. If I can do this, you can do this. The thing that I do need to work on more is exercising. I have a gym membership and I never use it. There's a lot of people that don't even go to the gym at all and still lose like an upwards of 100 pounds, you know, just with changing the way they're eating. But I know that I need to work out. So I think I'm gonna join this kickboxing class with my mom. I think if I do things that are classes instead of just like walking into a gym where like I know nothing, it's a lot less daunting and it's a lot more fun and motivating to go. So I think I'm gonna start that soon. Y'all, I went to a SoulCycle class in Buckhead with my friend. Never again. Y'all crazy. That was so hard. And I know that the more you go, the easier it gets, but I have never been that sore in my life. I was so sore after that class. Like, when I tell you those seats are like this big, my butt is like this big. So this little seat didn't work out for me, and my butt was bruised, my hoo-hoo was bruised. I didn't look, but it felt bruised. It was a lot of pain, and my muscles were sore, my arms were sore, places that I didn't even know I had muscles were sore. It's a really good workout. I've never sweat that much in my life, but I am not paying 30 bucks a class and driving down to Atlanta to almost die every time. And your feet clip into the little pedals. I would just like to give thanks to God that I did not fall out of that bike, because I wouldn't have even gotten up. I don't think I could have. My legs would have been stuck in it was a mess. And me and my friend had to ask for help to get out of the little foot things. But I think I have some footage of the place. I didn't have footage of the class because they turned the lights off and it's so dark that there's no way I could record. Like, even my watch was lighting up, and it was like a beacon of light in the room, and everyone was like, girl, what are you doing? What's that light coming from? But yeah, so I didn't record the actual class, but it was really cool. It was a cool experience. I'm glad we did it once, but I will never do that again. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. I did finally make an Instagram. I have not posted anything on it because I'm scared. I don't know, I'm not scared, I just don't know what to put on it. So maybe I'll just start putting my meals on it, and like, I don't know. Let me know things that you want to see. Let me know what kind of videos that you want to see. If you want to see like what I eat in a day or stuff like that. I probably am going to use this channel for things other than weight loss. I have footage from when I went to Nashville to see Florence and the Machine with my friend Kayla and Josh. I have a lot of footage from that, which was really cool. So I'm probably gonna finally edit that and post it. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that we went, so bear with me. I work 2 jobs basically, so I'm a busy girl and I'm tired, so I'm gonna try to do better. But yeah, that's all. I'll put all of my links in the description box below. If you want to see any videos from me, let me know in the comments below what you want to see. I don't know how to end this video, so if anyone other than my family members are watching this, thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe if you would like to. I'm not gonna make you, and I'm also not gonna tell you to turn on my notifications, because every YouTuber says that and it drives me insane. And I'm pretty sure you all know now that if you want to know whenever I post, you're gonna have to turn on the notification bell. But you can just do whatever you like. I'm just happy if you stop by and check it out for a minute. Anyway, follow me on my social media. I only got one, but maybe I'll add more. Yeah, so that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna hopefully film some more videos. I think I'm gonna put that vlog up. If you don't like vlogs, you don't have to watch it, but if you want to get to know me better, you'll probably get to know me through my vlogs, because these are weird. It makes me feel weird that I'm like formally sitting down and talking to you guys, because that's, oh, my eyelashes, they be itching. Sorry. Come on. Anyway, I feel weird sitting and talking to a camera, but vlogs feel more natural, so I'll probably post a lot of those. If you don't like them, it's fine. Don't tell me you don't like them, because it'll hurt my feelings. Just kidding. You can tell me if you want, but I will cry. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to be friends, then you can subscribe if you want. Leave some comments. Follow me on Instagram. If you have weight loss fitness Instagrams, you can comment them below. I'll follow you back. I need people to follow. So I think my dog's at my door, so I gotta go. Okay, bye guys.